Welcome back! We've only just finished the introduction, which reintroduced us to Vohol. Apparently it's up to Roger once again to save the universe from this menace. And there were some dudes who basically rescued us from the clutches of Vohol's henchmen and sent us into the future all the way to Space Quest 12. And now we're on Xenon in that time frame apparently. Roger's home planet, which we've never actually seen in the games before. You gotta wonder how Roger actually managed to get back to his own universe, because if you remember, that black hole at the end of Space Quest 3 took him to a different universe where he landed on Earth. Oh well, I guess he went back through the black hole or something. Okay, well, like I said, you can die in this section of the game quite easily by running into some people that are running around here. So I'll probably be saving quite a lot. But let's look around.
You are in the southern area of a rare clearing in this destroyed cityscape. Your home, as you remember it, does not exist in this period of time. A huge boil of a structure clogs the horizon.
Although the quality of the voice acting in this game is really hit and miss, particularly because, well, their casting process was pretty much just head into the company cafeteria and ask if somebody wanted to read some lines, so most of the voice actors are actually just Sierra employees. One thing, though, that really makes the CD version worthwhile is Gary Owen's brilliant narration.
It's you, Roger Wilco, Space Guy.
So it is. What's that sound? Sounds like somebody beating a drum. Oh.
A brightly colored mechanical hair wanders about.
It's an Energizer bunny, or a Duracell bunny, depending on which part of the world you're from. In the Netherlands it's a Duracell bunny, but I think in the US it's an Energizer bunny. What the hell it's doing wandering around this post-apocalyptic landscape? Nobody knows.
The large structure in the background captures your curiosity.
It's sort of reminiscent of the Tyrell building in Blade Runner, the only nice building in town, basically.
Decaying and destroyed buildings now house the apparently non-existent population of Xenon.
See how nice it is that we get text and speech at the same time with this patch?
Decaying and destroyed buildings now...
Okay, yes, that's the same message.
A twisted and broken expanse of cityscape stretches south from here, negating possible travel plans in that direction.
And that's one of the things you need to avoid. I'm gonna walk back because I wasn't finished looking at things yet. Just hoping he's not that hard to avoid.
This is the only form of actual life that you've seen here. Its clothes are tattered, and a grotesque metal contraption is clamped to its head, which serves to hold the eyelids permanently open.
There's also an android going around, which is considerably harder.
Being downwind of the cyborg, you are very aware that it smells like a slice of luncheon meat that's been walking around in the sun too long. Not with your tongue.
Okay. Just wanted to do that while he was on screen and safely away from me. He's not that hard to avoid, like I said. You can usually just walk around him. Still, if you get too close to him, he'll spot you and call the cyborg and then call the android, and then you'll get shot. The android itself is also roaming around here, and if it approaches you, you'd better be careful. Let's see if anything here has a smell.
You inhale deeply and detect the aroma of very old traffic. The prevailing noxious wind prevents this. You'll have to be closer to the buildings to give them a really good smell. The snappy scent of freshly chopped buildings fills the air. Ah, the aroma of several adventure games emanates from your person.
I'm betting Roger doesn't smell too good after all. We haven't really had the opportunity to take a shower since Space Quest 2. And even before then, I think his standards of hygiene weren't that great.
You lick a thick smear of filth off the street. Finding the taste unpleasant, you quickly swallow it. What a smart person you are.
Quite.
I'll bet you wish you could.
Hey, I thought this was a family game. You can even get him to say it's a family game.
Hey, keep your hands off yourself. This is a family game.
The Energizer Bunny is one of the things roaming around here. He's not dangerous, though. I was busy tasting stuff.
The wreckage left by the destruction of the entire Xenon civilization tastes a little like some ancient ruins you once sampled.
I don't know what Roger is tasting in his spare time. Alright, well, let's see what else we can find around here.
A battered and boarded storefront shows the wear and tear a little war can have on it. What looks like fluid is actually a mixture of toxic atmospheric solids.
That's not a good thing.
The grate is anchored securely by bolts with corroded heads.
Okay, that's not going to be easy to get into, should we want to. And there's something lying
It's a
here.
lightweight, worn piece of rope. There's a sweet, fruity odor coming from the building.
Wild berry.
I guess the building tastes after the color it is, whatever. The snowsberries taste like snowsberries or something.
It smells just as good as it looks.
Not particularly good then, I guess.
It tastes just as good as it smells.
Is this game getting recursive? I think that's actually one of the standard messages it gives for stuff that doesn't actually have a custom smell message.
It smells great.
It's the return of the pun.
It tastes great.
It tastes great too. Does the rope smell like anything?
Smells like a frayed old length of rope. You run the risk of tying your tongue in a frayed knot.
Well, better not risk that then. The amount of messages varies per area of the game. This starting point happens to have a lot of them. The Galaxy Galleria Mall later on is another place that has quite a lot of messages, if my memory is right. But there are also places that have barely any smells. So we should actually be getting some kind of progress at some point. Still, these messages are funny. So I like looking at them, and it's not as if these games are long to begin with, so who cares if I'm wasting some time? Let's take that rope. Rope is always useful.
You take the small, frayed, useless-looking length of rope.
It may look useless, but I can promise you it is not. Let's look in our inventory. We have some Buckazoids, which look completely different from the first game, but anyway. And we have 59 of them, apparently, and we have the rope.
A crummy piece of rope!
Indeed. I can hear that bunny again. I want to see if I can catch him. Okay, I could hear it, but not see it. Fuck.
We're glad you could play Space Quest 4. As usual, you've been a real pantload.
Well, that was predictable. Fortunately, we didn't really do much. I want to see if I can catch that bunny.
The hare, anticipating your clumsy attempt to catch it in the open barehanded, won't come anywhere near you.
Okay, well, that's not gonna work then. Right. Let's get that rope.
You take the small, frayed, useless-looking length of rope.
Oh, great, it's him again. Wow, I wasn't sure that was gonna work. But it did! I'm gonna save, just because we took the rope. Post-apocalyptic Xenon is where we are. And we'll continue in the next video, as soon as this game finishes saving.